Today we're going to be doing our first Infinity Conquest run, where we try to win 5 battles in a row to get an Infinity Avatar. Make our Yondu portrait get that gorgeous rainbow glow around it. I'm so excited for this run after having been working on the Conquest, on earning Conquest tickets all season. We got 7 tickets so far, and we're going to spend them to see if we can upgrade our avatar. I'm going to be taking in an Invisible Nimrod deck. Which uses 2 recent buffs to Invisible Woman and Nimrod to really great effect. I started out just testing these to see how much stronger they felt like they had made the deck, and came away feeling like they had made the deck a lot stronger. Especially because Invisible Woman has some really interesting interactions with Destroy cards, like Destroyer and therefore with Taskmaster. We had a lot of fun with this deck, and it left us with some really exciting turn 6s that really surprised our opponents and helped us win a lot of cubes. The format of this video is I'm going to show you the last round of every battle. Those are some of the most interesting games because we know the most about our opponent's deck, they know the most about our deck, and it just leads to all of these really exciting and interesting interactions, and this was just a really fun group of games. Conquest mode has been great, and I'm really excited to keep playing it through the end of the season. We have till the end of the week and a bunch more tickets to work through, so expect more Conquest runs from us. Please let me know what you think about this format of video. Do you want to see more rounds from each of the battles? Is there something else you want to see more of, maybe more deck discussion or discussion of our opponents? Happy to take that feedback, and one of the best things you can do for me as a content creator is to leave a comment on this video. Of course, also like and subscribe if you want to see more. Enjoy the games. Camartage is good for us with Shuri. They like it for their Rock Slide. They also like it for cards that add things to their hand. Nothing for us to do yet. We know they have a Devil Dino, and they got something of ours. This is tough. But we can Shang-Chi the Darkhawk on 4. We don't mind that. The Mystique got to go off in time. It's a little unfortunate. Alright, if we play Devil Dino this turn and then Taskmaster next turn, we're currently in the lead. If we do Bucky Venom, that's going to destroy 3 cards. That's going to make our death down to 4 cost. Venom is going to be 7 plus 6 is going to be 13. It's probably our biggest play this turn. Alright, they got our Destroyer. Oh, interesting. Thanks for letting me know, Erica. My mic is all the way up, and I haven't changed anything about that. Is the background volume a problem at all? Like, can you hear the background volume? And if I get closer here, does that help? So we can Taskmaster Death. It's a bit of a gamble, but the alternative is that we could play Death left. Taskmaster gives us plus 13. I think this is what we're going to do. But this is a bit of a gamble, and I don't think there's any way to predict it. Middle is where we wanted to stack power. How did they get 2 deaths? We still beat them, but one of those must have been ours from Daily Bugle. They were both, maybe came from... Oh, Camartage did it twice. Wow, that was a great play, but we won it. It is the Infinity track, so I get why they want to play it out. But when you're down to 2 cubes against 10, it's pretty tough. We love Ashuri's Lab. We'll snap just on that alone. We don't have any of our Destroy stuff yet, but if we can Shuri in here and then Nimrod. I guess they have Storm, so maybe they can ruin Shuri's Lab for us. And they could do it this turn if they were going to do it. Polaris. It's good power, but not going to be able to keep up with us at all. Venoming on Shuri Nimrod. This is tough. This will mean that we can death, but definitely limits our options. Ugh, they played Killmonger, so we could have just played our Shuri anyway. That's tough. Oh, it's still turn 4. I had forgotten about the Superflow. So we are actually still extremely comfortable. I think this is going to be very hard to beat. Because our Nimrods are going to be gigantic. Although, of course, they can Shadow King them. We saw that Shadow King come out last game. But we're going to have Nimrods all over the place, too. They want to keep priority here. Maybe we just play our death mid. It's a little bit of a weird play of opening ourselves up, but it means we're likely to have priority going into turn 6, and we don't need the power. So they're unlikely to play Superflow, so I think we can do this, and this is just a little bit more optimal. Ooh, Juggernaut. That is brutal. We should have seen that coming, and that hurts us for sure. Nimrod still got doubled, which is good news. And we can Carnage Venom, because in this case, it's actually better to Death Block Venom. And that's pretty, we can be pretty confident that we'll win left and right. I think what we're worried about is that they play Shadow King right, which knocks our Nimrod down to 6. So they add 3, we add 6. And then they Silver Surfer, which adds another 4 for them. So they're adding, and we're adding 6, so we'd be tied. But I think the Venom will seal the deal for us. And if they play the Shadow King mid, then it won't work for them. Oh, actually, the Venom means we send another Nimrod right, so never mind. We're totally safe even with the Shadow King. And Silver Surfer Brood is not going to be enough. Take our second Infinity Conquest game. Okay, we've got Shuri, Taskmaster, Destroyer. If we draw our Invisible Woman in the next 2 turns, we've got... Oh! Wow! Dark Dimension does it for us. We now have a great combo. We could play the Venom, but it doesn't matter. I like playing it anyway. Alright. Shuri, Taskmaster, Destroyer. It's pretty good. Can't guarantee it'll beat a Hulk, particularly with these Thors putting up 2 Mjolnirs, which if they play Jane, they're going to be able to buff each of these plus 12. But we've got a shot. Do they have their Jane? Is the question. There should be essentially 4 cards in their deck, 7 in their hand to try to get them, try to get her. There's a Mjolnir on a Cloning Bats, which means that's the plus 12 anyway. But we will hope this is enough. Wasp doesn't hurt. What do they have mid? There's their Jane. They had her. They should have played her right or left. That was a mistake. They could have gotten a bunch more power there. And Odin is not going to be enough. We're going to take it. Two giant Thors, but Taskmaster is 30 power. And that is what we needed for the victory. Alright, we're into high stakes rounds. Wow, the Nexus with Shuri Destroyer is pretty darn good. Do we want to play Invisible Woman? I don't think so. But we're going to play Shuri Nimrod Destroyer, which we love. They got their Thor on 2. Definitely very good news for them. But we got our Shang-Chi, so I think we've probably got this in the bag. We still want our Venom. We'd still like a Carnage or a Deathlock. We could use a Taskmaster, but Venom, I think, would be the number 1 draw for us. Jubilee is a little risky for them to play left. Jubilee is going to go off again. Their Nexus is full. That leaves them unable to play their Hulk. Do you have another Mjolnir? Yeah, okay. There it is. That's going to go back in their deck again. So they can add 6 more power. But 6 more power is not going to be even close to enough, I don't think. We are going to Destroyer. We have got this. Hulking on their Lockjaw is surprising. We could draw Venom. That would make our day. No luck. Shang-Chi will have to do it for us. Okay. We did it. 4 wins. So they need to win 3 in a row. And with a deck that is as inconsistent as the one they're playing, I think that's going to be pretty hard. Of course, we don't want to take anything for granted. I think we can play Bucky on Quantum Tunnel. There's a lot of cards we don't want. We wouldn't want Carnage. We wouldn't want Venom. But if we got Destroyer or Nimrod, we would be very happy. Taskmaster, I think, would probably be the worst. Invisible Woman would be good. Deathlock would be pretty good. So I think we've got about a 50-50 on this being a good outcome for us. There's their Invisible Woman. And there's our Invisible Woman. Luke's bar definitely works in our favor. No, that's not really true. Hela is stronger there than Nimrod. We're going to want to play Shuri on 4. So I don't think we want a Venom yet. Lady Sif getting rid of their death. Shuri on 4. I'm not sure how Quantum Tunnel interacts with Invisible Woman. We've gotten their Infinite and their Death down. Okay. We'll play Magic into... Well, Luke's bar only really works if they save their Hela. So far they hadn't drawn it. 1 in 5 that they drew it this turn. Maybe we play Shang-Chi here. And Shang-Chi will get switched out with Quantum Tunnel when it's revealed. Alright, there's the Hela. We just don't have any way to destroy our Nimrod. I guess our hope here, what we're betting on, is that our Shang-Chi is going to go off, destroy Death, pick up Destroyer, and the Destroyer will destroy our Nimrod, which will win Luke's bar for us. Which looks like that's a 1 in 3, which is not terrible, particularly considering that we can't take less of a bet. They do have the Living Tribunal, which I think means that we lose this no matter what. Shang-Chi gets rid of a lot of power, but we're still at... Wow, and we did pick up the Destroyer. So we hit what we needed to, but it's still not enough with the Living Tribunal. They hit everything they needed to, and you know, that was the same bet from start to finish. Alright. We have Invisible Woman Destroyer. 2 good pieces of our combo, or 2 pieces of one of our good combos. Do we risk Invisible Woman right, or do we risk X-Mansion? X-Mansion has relatively few bad hits. I think the chance of a bad location is higher than the chance of a bad card coming out of this. But there are some locations where we will be really glad to have the advantage, whereas I think that's pretty unlikely with X-Mansion. We're going to go right. I wish I could ask my opponent how they do the emoji name. Xandar is fine. And we can play a Venom in here, and then we can get a Nimrod in there. Good Nimrod Destroyer. I can't remember how the Destroyer works. Destroyer destroys Nimrod and Invisible Woman. Will the Nimrod have propagated before the Invisible Woman goes off? We're actually okay either way here. We're going to Shang-Chi the Helicarrier. Got Ronin in hand, which is pretty good for us. Although a MODOK wrecks Ronin. So we probably can't count on Ronin being good. But we'll play Nimrod left. And then Deathlock Carnage. There's their Living Tribunal and their Iron Man. Neither of those was the Hela, unfortunately. And so we're going to end up with a pretty big pile of Nimrods. But it won't be enough if they get off the MODOK and Hela behind Invisible Woman here. They have 4 cards in their hand, 4 in their deck. So pretty reasonable chance yet. They didn't draw MODOK, which is good news for us. But that could have been Lady Sif that they played behind Invisible Woman because they have Hela and they don't want to discard Hela. So that would be a strong play from them. So I think we're going to rock, Carnage, Deathlock. Destroying Ronin is a little bit of a shame if they don't play MODOK, which it doesn't seem like they're going to. So it'll be 7 power. So I'm destroying 10 power here. The alternative would be to Bucky, rock, Carnage, which I think is better. They play 1 card that's running at 7. So we've got 10 power there. Deathlock would have added an extra Nimrod left, but we don't care about that. Maybe we do care about that. I think that could have been important. And it also would have given us another Nimrod right for the Venom. So Venom would have been 7 bigger. We would have been 5 smaller in the middle. And they got their MODOK back anyway. But it doesn't matter, we won! Holy crap, we did it! It only took us 1 of our 7 tickets. I am so excited. We've got our Yondu Infinity. Look at that bad boy. All right. Claim that Infinity Avatar.